Hi everyone, wanted to welcome you to our webinar today. Today we're going to be going through how to engage and motivate students, and we've got Dana Luther here, who is our product manager for TenMarks. If at any point in time you see me looking over my computer or looking over you guys, it's because Dana's sitting across from me, and so it just seems awkward staring at the screen versus looking at her. Wanted to let you know that we will be taking questions at the end of the session today. And it seems like people have had problems this week in posting questions on Google Hangout. But if you are in Google Hangout and you look at the top nav bar, you should see something that looks like a Rubik's Cube, tic-tac-toe, or 9 small square boxes. In there you can post questions. And again, we will be answering those at the end of the session. Now for a quick intro of Dana. Dana taught school in Philadelphia for a number of years. After that, she has went into building products, specifically math ed tech products. She owns all of TenMarks, and now we'll be talking through to you how to engage and motivate students on it. And I will pass it on to Dana.
Hey everyone, we're excited to have you on today, and I will go ahead and share the PowerPoint and go through that. So today we're going to be talking about how TenMarks for our back to school, no, sorry, let me try again. Okay, sorry about that. Today we'll be talking about how, with our back-to-school release, we have implemented some new things to help engage and motivate students. So for those of you who have used TenMarks before, you'll notice that we have an entirely new look and feel this year for the student side of the program. We have some new monsters, which I'll talk a little bit more about later on, and we also have implemented points, as you can see in the top right. And for those of you that are new, well, this is all new to you, so you'll enjoy some of these updates. The first thing that we want to talk about is that students really have the ability to choose what assignment they want to work on from their dashboard. So as the teacher, under the Your Classwork section, any assignment that you create for your class or a subset of your class is going to appear here. And we at TenMarks recommend that you have no more than 4 assignments available to students at any one time. But as they log into their dashboard, they're able to make a choice about which assignment they would like to work on. And for those of you who are premium users, you'll notice on the Your Personal Work section, this gives students even more choice around what assignments they're going to be doing in TenMarks. The Your Personal Work assignments get populated from teachers accepting recommendations from either completed assignments or completed assessments. And so for our premium users, you can go ahead and do that, and your students will have the ability to work on any one of 4 assignments at a time from there. The next thing you'll notice is that students are able to track their progress on their dashboard with our new monsters. So the monsters this year, we also have stories behind them, which the students might enjoy seeing on Hover. They can read a little bit about the monster and kind of connect with it a little more than in the past. But for each of these domains on the bottom, and these are just going to be on grade level, you'll notice that there's a bar at the bottom, and the denominator for that bar is going to be the number of standards that are within that domain. And so as students complete assignments within each of those standards, that bar is going to fill up, and every quarter, depending on that denominator, your students are going to have a little more of the monster revealed to them. The next, and I would say probably biggest change that we've made for back to school this year is moving towards immediate feedback. So for those of you that have used TenMarks in the past, students were able to go through the assignment and then do a review of it afterwards. And we have switched to immediate feedback because we really believe that both through research and through listening to our teachers and our the students out there, that immediate feedback is a better way for students to learn from their mistakes and to retain learning in the long term. So this time around, students are going to be able to select their answer, and then once they submit their answer, they're going to see whether they got the question correct or incorrect. And we've also provided students with more visibility into the videos and the hints, so that as they are doing the work, that they're able to, they're prompted if they get an answer incorrect to watch the video, and also to look at the hints, which, whether or not a student is working on the question that they got correct or incorrect, we're encouraging you to encourage them to use both of these, because it really creates a better environment for their learning and ensuring that they'll be able to learn from their mistakes and get things correct in the future throughout the rest of the assignment. And the hints and videos are fairly similar to what the students had last year. They're just being presented in a different way. And just so you know, for those of you that are that have used TenMarks in the past and now are doing something differently because of the immediate feedback, we'd highly encourage you to talk to your students about this when you start using TenMarks this year, because it is going to be a big change for them. But we also encourage you to tell them why it's important, and that they should really focus on the explanations that are given to them and looking at the hints and videos. Another way that we're encouraging students to really be engaged in their learning and take ownership over it is through the jam sessions. So before, the jam sessions wasn't a part of the navigation, and now it is. And for those of you that don't know what jam sessions are, they're essentially skill practice. So when students log into TenMarks, they're able to go in and choose the jam sessions that they would like to work on. So it's going to have a bunch of skills for the students, and they can go in, and what these are just algorithmically generated problems that they can work through, and they'll get their scores on them. And we encourage you to let your students know that they can do jam sessions after they've done their assignments that you have for them. The other piece that is new for this year are the points, and also we have updated games. So in order to encourage students to really think about their answers and how they're doing on their assignments, we're now awarding students points for all answers, but more points for showing proficiency and getting questions correct, as well as for using those hints and videos. And so go ahead and tell your students that that's what they'll be able to get points for. And once they're in the TenMarket section of their account, they're able to redeem those points to play time on the games. And we have updated games, different games from last year. There are a total of 10 that will be released throughout the year. Right now, only 3 of them are out. And for those of you teachers who are using tablets with your students, within the next month or so, the games are actually going to be available on tablets as well, which is something new for this year. The certificates are also still available to students. Any student that scores an 80% or above on their certificate on their assignment is going to be able to look at a certificate and print the certificate. And we have the updated monsters on those as well. So we hope that you're excited about the changes that we've made this year to help engage and motivate your students. And now we'll turn it over to questions. And please feel free to contact us at support@tenmarks.com.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Dana. Again, in the upper nav bar, you should see something that looks like the Rubik's Cube, tic-tac-toe, or 9 square black boxes, and that's where you can post questions. But I know that we've heard from people that it's been a struggle this week to figure that out. So one thing, Dana, as you were presenting, one of the things that came up for me was, how would you advise a teacher who is just starting with a new class, maybe new students, or it might be she or he, as the teacher, is new to TenMarks, how they introduce TenMarks to their students?
Sure. So we have an intro video, actually, that is going to be coming out in the next release. And students, upon login, are going to be able to watch that video. And it's going to take them through what their dashboard looks like, how to get into an assignment, needing to submit an answer, and also that those videos are posted on our help desk. So if you want to go to our help desk and grab that video and show it to your class, we really encourage you to do that.
Okay. And I've just been told that I should have been muting myself. Sorry about that. So if you're getting an echo, that was why. Again, the help or support desk can be found at help.tenmarks.com if you would like to access that. As we go through, you also talked about the points. I know that sometimes teachers have expressed a concern about kids spending too much time on games, etc. And I think you had missed one thing about how much game time kids can actually get this year.
So students are able to redeem as many points as they have to be able to, get that game time, but they're only going to be able to play up to 30 minutes a day. And also, as the teacher, if you would prefer that your students are not using the games, you do have the option to turn them off. So it's not that they have to be available to your students, it just is another way of motivating your students.
Okay, I don't see any other questions coming through, and so I know that we had promised 10 minutes for joining us, and we will be doing this again at 3:30 today Pacific time, and tomorrow we will be sending out an email to everyone that registered this week with the links to all of the replays of the webinars this week. Plus, we're going to have a link to one of our courses called 101 Getting Started, and it is available both live and recorded, and you can go in and get real hands-on how to do things on TenMarks. But for now, we thank you for joining us and hope to see you at another one of our webinars.